LoveLine.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
This is LoveLine. LoveLine. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. And tonight, from Fat Actress, Rachel Harris is here.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
Rachel, I don't know why, but I remember her from like a Klondike commercial. No.
From Klondike.
Well, you were
That's
sitting on
many.
a park bench.
Uh-huh.
Doing what?
Quaker Rice Snacks. Was it recently?
Could have been a rice snack commercial.
It was a rice snack
You were
commercial.
eating.
Yeah.
You looked like you.
That's good.
I took notice of it.
That's good because a lot of times actors don't look like themselves.
No, you were you.
Like if you get, I can't see you. I'm so short.
Yeah, I'm me.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. And you're you, and it looked like you. And I didn't even know who you were. I just remember watching this commercial, taking
buy the
note
rice
of
cakes?
this person.
Yeah, did it make you go for the rice cakes?
No, I
Because you
didn't.
seem like such a rice cake kind of guy.
I didn't, but I said, I got to keep my eye on this one.
Oh,
She's
right
an
then.
up-and-comer.
Nice.
Yeah, and I don't say that too often. I did say it about the Ditech guy, and we've all seen how things have worked out
It's
for him.
good. It's nice, subtle work.
Well, he's doing multiple roles now. He's playing his mother. Hello. He's calling his mother.
Did you see it? He was on Arrested Development.
Oh,
the
Honest
Ditech
to
guy?
God.
That's
Yeah,
very
they had
funny.
him in the boardroom. It was very funny.
Nice.
I'm a fan.
It was great.
We got to get him on. We
Perfect.
gotta get
Yeah,
him
why
on.
not? Yeah, get on that.
And then I saw Rachel, of course, in Fat Actress, and also Daddy Daycare, and many other movies. But I took note. I don't know why I was tossed out of the Groundlings. About,
Oh, no. That's the...
I took note though, and I said Rachel was or is a groundling. It just
really? Just held the training.
and then I started, and then it just took note, and then when I looked down here, it says Groundling's main company member, and then I thought, well, maybe I knew her from over there, or maybe I saw her over there, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Did we?
I don't know. Were you in the Center Company? Or?
No, I just went all the way through to the advanced program, and then they booted me out, and that must have been in like oh no, that was like 89 or something.
yeah.
So we missed each other. 'Cause
No,
you're like
I was still in Ohio going to college.
You're mid-year groundling person.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, they missed out.
Oh.
But clearly, you've suffered for it.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah, they missed out. After the and I'm not done making them pay. By the way,
I noticed that.
just like all of them.
You throw them in with your parents, your high school
high school
teachers,
teachers.
sure,
and coaches.
a lot of people have a lot of baggage from the Groundlings.
All who said nay will pay. Oh, that's what my license plate frame says. That'd be a good license plate frame.
Healthy, it's
Forget
good.
about like world's greatest grandma. Just how about some sort of scary cryptic message?
You
All
said
who
nay, I say pay.
yeah. Fat Actress is Sunday nights on Showtime, 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
and now
it's
how
on-
much?
It's
I'm
on
sorry.
right now. No, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
How? Oh, I said Sunday nights, Monday nights. How much of it is scripted? Because I've watched the show. I've watched probably, well, let's see, 5, 4. How many episodes there? 5?
We did 7, and actually tonight's the season finale. So it's on right now. It's on right now, and it's also, and then they replay it at 11. You know, they keep doing it over and over again. So.
How much? It's hard to tell when you're watching it. It's clear that everyone is sort of a good improvisational actor,
Some.
and it's supposed to be. And I guess you shouldn't see when it's scripted or non-scripted or
Right.
whatever. But how much of it is scripted?
Well, it's a lot like Curb, as far as there's a detailed outline, and so
Hold
we're
on.
given.
Curb is what cool people call curb your enthusiasm.
that's so
'Cause
that's so gross.
We got
I
a
guess
lot of
the slang in
listeners in
there. I know.
the Midwest who aren't sure what curb is.
Yeah, well, Curb
ahead.
Your Enthusiasm.
Right.
It's a lot like that, where it's scripted. There's a really like a strong outline for it, and then like we know where we're. Like, if we're given a scene, and let's say we know that at the end of it we have to say, "Go get your things," because we're going to go meet
Right.
a guy that you can date.
So
So
you-
we'll know that the dialogue will be improvised, but the basic script, like we'll know where we're going in it, and there's a couple of key lines in there for sure that we have to say in order to move the story
Right.
along.
It's I believe the best way to do it. You never catch anyone acting. You don't have any precocious kids saying where's the beef or any of that stuff. And I mean, if you're trying to mirror life, and there's no teleprompters in life, then wouldn't this just be the way to do it? I mean, it's sort of like saying, if you're shooting a Western, instead of building a elaborate mechanical horse, how about we just get on real horses? And what could look more realistic than that? What could be more realistic than dialogue?
At one time, theater was not supposed to be a precise representation of reality.
Drew makes a valid point. His first of the year.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's more be more of a commentary.
Right.
It's supposed to be literature, really. It's just literature brought to life.
Honestly, but you have to understand that a lot of our dialogue, though, is truly like literature. It's
I'm
awful.
sure if you guys
it's
are
awful
iterating, and of
sometimes.
course it must be.
Yeah, no, but but it is great. Like it's one of those things too where you really don't feel like you're acting. It's much easier just to be in the scene. For me,
and you
I can't speak for everybody else.
You don't have to stay up all night with the script and everything, right?
Honestly, that's the best part of the job is that we're not. I'm never worried that I'm offending some writer because I didn't deliver a joke properly, or, yeah. I mean, like it's not like any other sitcom where you're like I'm running lines with my husband, doing it over and over again.
I don't. Why'd you have to bring him up? What's up? We had such a groove going.
Had to
I'm sorry,
push you back a little bit. You're getting a little. You're
I
falling
can
over
ask
the
him to
tabletop.
leave. He's in the game. Yeah.
Oh, she dropped an H-bomb on me with the husband. And by the way, I know enough about psychology to know that is intentional, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying, Drew?
And just the fact that you're reaching over the table at her, I don't know what we're giving that impression, Adam, why she would drop that.
She's a skilled improvisational actress, and that's a turn on to me, Drew.
I know that.
And I also like glasses.
It's true. Especially the porn librarian.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, me. I beg your pardon.
Porn doctor.
Yeah.
That's funny. Kirsty would always, Kirsty Alley, since we have viewers in the Midwest, she would always say that. She said, you sort of have that, that porn teacher.
When you have an attractive blonde and she wears the glasses, it's a good way to go. I see women make the mistake, I do believe, of going the wrong direction. They go the Pam Anderson direction where they get the
That's
crazy,
fetishizing.
Yeah, for most guys, we would rather see. Here's what we'd like. We'd like to see the beautiful Italian sports car in a moderate color, rather than a bright red, screaming, candy apple red version of that car. Like we want the toned down version but the beautiful lines and the beautiful design,
rather than a Toyota Corolla with a bunch of fins and things on it. That's
right.
That's right.
When you've pimped out your
that's right.
Your Toyota
Unless
Corolla.
you're drunk and you just want a big Mexican lady, which is the car. The female version of what you're talking about.
That's right.
Tricked out van, rainbow tape, Levitron on the side.
Big white tiger.
Kragers, raised
good.
white letters.
Yeah.
Captain's chairs.
I always
Loud
love like
punk
the
stereo.
Honda, like the Honda Civic that's tricked out and then it's got the rims on it, like those.
That keeps spinning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
That's
good
It's
look.
just sort
That's a
of,
good look.
it's insane.
That I feel sorry. You know what I feel sorry for? And
What?
As a white guy, we have nothing to prove with our automobiles. Hey, if we come up with something great, fantastic. But you're a young brother, man. You got to come up with something cool. So even if you can't afford it, and even if all you got is an '89 Honda Civic that's gray that your grandmother left you, you got to put the 22-inch triple chrome rims on it. You just have to. It's sort of the same way with the costume jewelry. Like you have to get a fake Rolex. You can't just wear a Timex.
Yeah.
You're screwed. You know what I mean? And whereas as white people, it's our obligation to dress like we have less money. So we just go over to the Banana Republic or Old Navy, and
pay up the
you make $1 million a year. You pay $14 for some cargo shorts and some flip flops.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Better to go that way.
There you go.
Than put the big
understate.
rims.
And now we're back to the teacher, the porn teacher, which is an understated version.
look.
There's something underneath that's lurking.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
We would like we would like we like scratch'ems. You know what I mean? We want to scratch.
Is it like a scratch and sniff?
Yeah, we want.
No, it's like the lottery.
Oh.
The lottery.
It's the lottery.
Oh,
It's
I
just
see.
Find out
so
the
you
numbers
scratch.
on
Oh,
it.
I get it.
I want to get my quarter out and find out what's under
underneath?
that gray paste.
Yeah, a lot of crazy, Adam.
Yeah,
Well, he knows
that's
that.
my
He knows
point.
that.
That's my point.
Groundlings. It's
don't
adding the
worry.
score up. Don't worry.
No.
Oh yeah.
That rice cakes commercial.
That screamed dysfunction, didn't it?
But yet there was an underlying latent sort of seething sexuality that came through very clearly. Quaker Oats guys know what they're talking about.
I know,
Oh,
they
yeah.
do.
I call them Quakers.
All right.
Here we go.
All right, we're taking some calls.
Let's do.
Sarah,
Yes.
you're 19?
Do you know why they call them Quakers?
Huh?
Hang on a second, Sarah.
Well, yeah, I think I do because of in religious ceremonies they would
They would
have
go
these out of
ahead.
body
There's-
Right,
experiences.
they'd quake. They'd have,
really?
they'd have
'Cause
the
they-
ecstasy and they'd quake, or the, what do you call it? The
I don't think that's true.
you mean like
Dr.
speak-
yes,
Drew.
that's why
really?
they called it
Possessed,
quake.
like-
It was a sort of a
Smoking in tongue?
Because they quaked?
yeah. They would seize and go nuts.
So
and
it's-
they'd
Oh,
have
my
raptures.
Lord.
They'd have raptures.
Isn't it derogatory?
It
Like
was
crowd or
it was
something?
mildly derogatory, but it stuck it eventually.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they aren't like the hysterics.
And they're shakers too. Or is that
people.
just they're Quakers, they're shakers. The,
Yeah,
the
those are
shakers
shakers,
just they just shake too. Look up shaker. Huh?
Aren't the Shakers on like Shaker Heights?
Quakers
No,
and
Ohio.
shakers.
Yeah, there's Quakers and there's shakers. Yeah.
I'm from Ohio.
Sarah, what's up?
Sarah,
Yes.
you're 19.
Yeah. I had a question. This is going to sound really crazy. I took my nose and put it over my boyfriend's penis, and I blew air into it. And I wasn't expecting that to happen. I was like expecting like a farting noise. We were just being really stupid, and I was wondering if that would like cause any type of problem for him.
I'm just trying to, just before I go on to the medical consequences of air emboli in the urethra, just trying to set the scene. How did that
Big
go down?
words.
Adam,
Put his urethra in your
she
nostril.
just sort of tucked it, the hosed up, took
Yeah,
the hose
like-
up to the spigot and blew,
Yeah.
just to be silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do something silly, Adam. How about
Yeah.
I take your urethra and
Were
grab
they,
it?
I'll
were
tell
they
you,
on
that's
drugs? Were you using anything?
What do you mean?
Like, were you
You know,
using any
high.
drugs, or had you been drinking?
No, we're just a bunch of retards. We don't.
Well done. Well said.
Look,
yeah, say no more.
Here's
we
the
got
thing,
that.
too. Unless you're with Esther Roll, who played, I think, Florida from Good Times, and you don't want to fit anything up anyone's nose. I mean,
By
that's
the
a
way,
bad sign.
that's a bad sign,
If you
yeah.
can get your penis up
Yeah.
someone's
Well,
nose.
she just said the urethra. Maybe it's the exact fit.
Okay.
Like that little hole.
The hole that
Yeah.
you pee out of.
And
yes.
did you pinch off the other nostril so you wouldn't,
Yes, I
lose
did.
pressure? You
Did
did.
he enjoy it?
Didn't the penis fly out of the said nostril? Or you held it in there? You held it against your nostril?
Yeah.
I immediately stared to do it.
I know you
like,
did.
Into
Me
the,
too.
did you-
Yes.
Was
I was
he?
like,
was
how
he?
would you do that?
Was
Like,
he erect?
Yes, he was.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
for how long after that?
I really can't recall.
What stage of the lovemaking were you at?
I'm trying to set the scene.
I'm
That's
trying
the
to
thing I
figure it
can't
out. Yeah, where were you?
I think it was probably afterwards.
do. Okay, Sarah. Yeah, here's the deal. Bogus.
You don't
No,
believe it?
I'm serious. It's
Yeah,
not
you-
bogus.
you
I was
listen.
so afraid you were going to say
All
that.
right, but hold on a second.
I think you. I
She
can't
did this-
remember. The
no.
guy would have residual at that point. It would not be a pretty thing.
Well, wait a minute. Let me say this. This is not bogus in the sense that she completely fabricated it. It's bogus in the sense that she knows there's no answer, no danger. That's the part I'm saying is bogus.
You would remember exactly what you were doing and when you did this. It would not be like, I think we just finished having sex. He was still erect. What? No way.
Wait a second. No, Sarah,
Yes.
is this bogus?
No, I swear it's not.
Okay.
Why can't you remember when you did it?
She does.
When did you do it?
Like about 2 days ago.
And what were you doing at the time? See?
I know. I believe her. You just finished your beautiful lovemaking.
Yeah, it was about a few minutes after. And he gets erect on and off. It's really weird. But I swear, this is not bogus.
I believe you, sweetie.
Bogus. It's not bogus.
I want to believe you. No, I
know
believe
you.
her. But the bogus part is she doesn't really need an answer. She's
Is it more
screwing
just to
around.
tell the story?
Yeah, she's
so
just telling
people
the
can
story.
get it out.
So there's
Which
a nonsense
I have to
quality
say,
to it. Yeah.
I have to say kudos for the story because I've never heard of
It is,
the
it is a new
urethra
one.
up
Yes,
your
it's
nose.
a good one. Why didn't you just
before.
use your mouth? Go ahead and just blow it up like a balloon.
Excuse me, I can't hear. My phone's really.
All right,
See,
that's
she
that's
keeps-
fine. No, she did it for 10 seconds
All right.
and thought she'd call and screw around.
Okay,
She's
well, here's
not
it.
gonna
If
do
she really
anything.
gets the air in there, it would hurt like hell.
Really?
Wouldn't that?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. He would lose
Because
his
you're blowing
erection and it would
bacteria.
hurt.
Yeah, it would hurt you. You couldn't
Why
do
does it hurt?
Is
Is it the pressure part?
It's pressure. It's
Things don't
that's a s-
usually
things don't go
go
that
in
direction,
that
right? It's a
direction.
sensitive
no,
area.
I'm hip to that, but you can sort of blow air
Air
in
is
your
a-
mouth.
it's
and
like-
it doesn't-
Totally hip to that.
but it's an irritating. You blow it inside your body. It's an irritant,
I'm saying,
and you're blowing bacteria and things in with it.
okay, but it's the pressure. It's mainly the pressure.
Hey, on a related note, I had a girl one time. She held my nose closed and blew really hard into my mouth, and air came out of my tear ducts.
Yes, that can happen.
Ew.
Wow.
That can happen.
Didn't that hurt?
No,
By the way,
it
that
didn't
was
hurt.
not air. That was crack smoke.
I was going to say, were you just
Air.
completely on acid at the time,
Who's
or what?
talking right now?
It's
Who's
our
the big
engineer
brother?
at the
Oh,
other
okay.
studio,
Hi.
Anderson.
Hello.
All right. quiet, Anderson.
She's hot.
Yeah, she is. Too bad you'll never see her.
Sweet.
We'll let's keep going, Drew. Who do you want
let's
to
go
talk
five.
to? Five?
Yeah.
Let's talk to Cherish.
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yeah.
Oh, that is an obnoxious name.
Cherish.
Thanks.
You should hate your
You
parents.
know
It's a
what?
great name, Cherish.
But it's much greater than sunshine and autumn and season.
Yeah.
And
It's obnoxious.
Starburst
It's
and-
obnoxious.
and Beth.
Just change it to Sherry, all right?
Okay.
All right, what's up?
Okay. I have a question for you. I can only orgasm when I'm on top, and I was wondering if there's a reason why that is.
Well,
But it's like asking, why can't I orgasm? Or why do I have an orgasm only or during oral sex? That's just how you're set up. And,
Yeah.
and women tend to be very, very different from one another. And so
There's
some women-
nothing I can do to change that.
Well, you may be able to sort of broaden your horizons a little bit. The fact that you can have an orgasm with intercourse puts you in a rather
Is it
unique camp.
yeah.
You're
Very
an
unique.
elite. You're an elite
Very
category.
elite.
you're in the orgasm Delta Force.
Right. And so
Special orgasm ops.
But I find it fascinating that she feels like that's a bad
inadequate.
thing.
It's
Right, that
inadequate.
that's some sort of thing. I guess it's just because you're 18.
This is the thing about women in general. They each of them have their own little version of this
Oh,
and
sure.
don't discuss it with their peers and feel they're inadequate.
Yeah,
Because they don't measure up
hello.
to some 17-year-old male version. What's the matter?
Right. No, I can
You got-
relate to that because when
yes.
I was 18 too, I felt like I was the only person, with
That
very
couldn't orgasm with intercourse.
serious. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, see, if you'd known me, you'd feel much better. I could introduce you to everyone I've ever been with.
No,
As
but
a
I mean,
matter of fact,
but I think girls don't talk about that
They,
stuff.
they do
it's
not
weird.
because they feel flawed because
Yeah.
the press, the sort of Cosmo Red Book world, is geared up to measure up to a 17-year-old male,
Exactly.
not a female.
But there's other things that you can do, Cherish, right? I mean, like that just because
Whoa, wait
that's
a
the only
minute.
way that you can do it on top. There's other things you can do.
But to me, this is like somebody calling and saying, "I got a real problem. I can only eat porterhouse steak.
I can only
and
afford a Mercedes. I can't
I can
have
only
Rolls
drive
Royce."
Mercedes. I can't drive Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
cry me a river,
But in her,
baby.
but
You're
she's 18, and
she's
she
18.
doesn't.
She's having an
she really
orgasm
does think
through
that she's having a
intercourse.
problem, though.
That's unusual,
No, she
especially at
doesn't.
18.
She just wants. I don't think she thinks she's having a problem. I think she would like to
More.
keep going.
She would like more. All right, so she's a whore.
That's
no,
right.
no, we're not
That's
saying that.
right.
I'm kidding.
Definitely not saying that.
I'm
Cherish?
kidding. That was a joke, Cherish. I didn't mean to.
You need to cherish your orgasm, sweetie, because there's hundreds, maybe millions of women out there who go without every night. They go to bed
Can't
without an
measure up to
orgasm.
your standard.
They go to bed hungry
not
for an
complaining.
orgasm while you're full.
You're not complaining. You just want to know, can it be broadened out? It will broaden out.
Exactly.
As you get older, too, your biology shifts around a little bit, and then things will get easier as you get older.
Yeah. I've really given it some consideration in
here we go.
in more reflective times,
Yes,
and I
yes.
realized
we should play like soft music now, or like
here we go.
inspirational music.
And
well, it may happen because you asked for it. If Drew or I asked for it, we wouldn't get it. But it's
coming from Rachel, of course.
yeah, right. Hey, your beloved
Anderson, come
Rachel
on.
Anderson asked for soft
Here we go.
music.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
He always plays this classical music, which isn't right for the inspiration.
It's not
music.
classical. It's a waltz.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a waltz. It's a dance.
Right. It's that's
Oh, it's
better.
much better.
That's
Much
scary.
better.
Don't you have
That's
any
like-
sappy sort of Hallmark moment
Like
music?
soap opera music.
Nothing, just sort of PSA, schmaltzy.
What's the thing they used to do
after-school
on
special.
Saturday Night Live? Something thoughts, serious thoughts, or
Oh,
something.
that's
Yeah.
right. Deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts.
Yeah, it's just something.
I think that's good. I like that.
I think it's
Go.
the closest I got.
Go ahead, quiet. Anderson.
Crazy.
Go ahead. Anderson. Go.
This is salsa music.
Gotcha. What do you do?
No, I'll not share with this as my background music. I'd rather have nothing.
All right.
But let's just take
Okay.
that in for a minute.
I'm starting to really wonder if I just get hooked up with women that don't have the orgasm via intercourse, or I rob them of it.
You suck them out of intercourse, of orgasm.
I just lay my hand upon you.
Yeah.
I could be in a crowded mall, just touch women as they pass by, and they would, like the Pope.
And they would lose their ability to orgasm.
Yeah,
Is that?
I think. Uh-oh.
You're
Instead-
like an
hands out.
orgasm
See,
smuggler.
I
Adam-
could reach Rachel from here.
Instead of the Quaker, he's a taker.
I'm a taker.
He's the takers, and he just takes
Right.
orgasms right away from women.
Right.
They might have been multi-orgasmic when they arrived.
Right.
Takes that away.
Right.
Just deadens
I'm a
them.
taker.
You're a vag deadener.
Drew, yes. Drew's,
Mine's been dead for years.
Drew's what we call
Just being
a
around him.
decorator, which is a little bit different. Drew's into decorating. Those of you who know what I'm talking about. Those of you who don't, get on the internet. Anderson, do you
Shaker.
find
Shakers.
anything about Shaker? A going up salt shaker?
Some stuff that I'm still looking.
Religious shakers, religious sect.
All right. You know, I know that my favorite part about Engineer Chris is when we have to wake him up and tell him, what do you got, Lycus coming through those headphones? You're listening to like a Berlitz tape? What is going through the headphones? No. Let me explain one of the advantages of headphones. You actually could turn your back.
Cans, man, they're cans.
The cans, yes, I'm sorry.
I beg your pardon.
You could actually turn your back to the action and still hear everything that's going on.
But he wouldn't dare do that. He keeps his face focused right on us.
All right. I think that's distracting him.
Yeah. Here we go. We got to take a break.
I know. We got to take a break.
You're going to behave from now on.
What's the deal with abortion pill? Still a virgin? Will future girlfriends be weirded out by it? Let me just talk to Dylan real fast.
Dude.
Dylan?
Yeah.
25?
Yeah. How's it going, guys?
You don't sound like a virgin to me.
My question or whatever is, hey, is that Jordy guy still on? What's going on?
Hold on, Dylan.
Whoa,
Dylan.
What?
Dylan.
Oh, man.
You're not a virgin.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're high as a kite, but you're not a virgin. You're high, but you're not a virgin.
No, I'm not high.
You're not?
I'm actually reading a book. But
oh, yeah. You could never do that high.
What book?
Oh, it's the Green Lantern. You guys ever heard of the Green Lantern?
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, you better pray you're high. If you're 25, you're sitting home in Milwaukee at 2 in the morning.
Reading the Green Lantern.
Reading the Green Lantern. The book version of the Green Lantern. I didn't know it's a comic book.
Yeah, I think there's a different... The Green Lantern was a...
That's a different one?
Yeah.
It's not the comic book?
No, it's not the Spider-Man thing.
No. All right. Well, what is it? Is it something good and heady?
It's he's battling is it Sinistro?
That's a big word for me.
I don't know. I don't know
Adam,
what it is either.
Adam, remember I want to take a break a minute and a half ago?
Yeah.
Don't you wish you had now?
I kind of do, but now we're in too deep.
So I had a question. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
And would it be weird, if I had a girlfriend or I approach someone and we're dating and the subject of sex comes up, and then I'm like, well, I've never had.
How would a girl react to that here, Rachel?
All right. Now listen,
if he's 25 and he says that he's never had sex before,
and to a girlfriend or an evolving relationship, how would a woman react to that?
I think you would kind of take pause to that. But if you liked like if I had gotten to know you a little bit, I'd want to know.
Would you think that was cool, or would you think, oh, what's wrong with this guy?
I don't know. I think at first glance, that'd be too soon to judge. I'd have to find out maybe why.
You'd be worried.
I'd be a little bit.
At
I'd want to know.
25.
I'd be concerned, and I'd want to know. Perhaps was this a religious reason?
Right,
was it that you were, maybe something went down with him when he was young that's given him reasons not to do that?
If you heard a guy coming at you at 19 or 20 who was a virgin, I think you'd be all right with it. At 25,
you kind of find it endearing.
I think some girls would think it was cool and endearing. You're too thoughtful and asking the right questions.
Yeah,
right.
And, but even you are sort of okay with it.
I think if the right answers were given,
he was sexually abused by his grandmother, and he was a staunch Zoroastrian.
And that's great if he's had therapy and he's worked through that.
Well, and therapy's for losers.
Yeah, then bye-bye.
Okay.
All right, let's take ourselves a little break. Rachel Harris is here tonight from Fat Actress, Monday nights at 10 o'clock on Showtime. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
LoveLine will be right back, so get your problems ready.
40 games.
The one and only Live 105.
Hey, everybody. LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Rachel Harris is here tonight. She is the second woman on Fat Actress, Showtime, 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Monday nights. Does a fantastic job on the show. It's her improvisational training that helps her out.
You're a doll.
Kicking, yes. That was before the night is over, we'll do a not only that, but a yes and. I'll bring something to the party.
I'll pick the place and this premise.
That's good.
You pick a location.
You pick out the who, what, and where.
I
Add info lineup, Adam. How about that? Does that scare you to death?
Yeah, we might even do that machine where we keep adding moving parts on the machine, no dialogue.
That's good times.
All great improv drills. You know it's awesome. I was talking to a guy once who was in a group, an improv troupe called the Frayed Knots. And you may remember them.
Also
They've been around
for
now
short, F Troop.
No, unfortunately, I haven't graced the stage or seen them.
He was telling me a story about going on the road and opening for bands. You know, the troupe,
the Frayed Knots.
Yeah, and he said one time he was down at the Coach House. In the Frayed Knots.
In San Juan Capistrano.
Yes, and they were opening for like some old rock legend like Robin Trower or I think there was like Robin Trower, somebody like that.
Nothing is better for an opening rock band.
Oh, burnt out rock guitar guys.
Improv.
They're opening for like Steve Vai or something, and Jeff Beck or something, and they love improv. And so the guy got out there, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna need a location. Your mom's coos. I heard airport. I heard airport first. I'm going with airport.
Awesome.
The only thing worse than doing, and I don't know why they try to stuff comedy into places where it doesn't really need it.
Oof.
What is that impulse?
I don't know, but like I remember we had to do these things called, we do industrials. The Groundlings will go out and do parties.
Yes.
Or little bits for different shows. And there was this nail company that does, that specializes in nail
acrylic on nails,
like that. Yeah, well, like just nail colors and things like that. And we had to go up to the Bel Air Hotel and do characters for like that were based on the company.
Oh, yeah.
And then we also had to like mix in some improv, and it was horrifyingly awful.
It's always a disaster.
Mortifying. And the people, like we're supposed to do impersonations of some of these people and write up these ridiculous backstories, and and we're kind of dark. We come from like a sort of a dark place, saying that someone's been married 6 times and had 3 children, and we're questionable about what race, and all these awful things, and we thought were hilarious, and it just was crickets, and so not the right forum. They really. They always just sort of stared at us.
Somebody always thinks it's a great idea at any corporate retreat or any concert or anything, just to take some comedy and just wedge it up the ass of people who clearly aren't there for it. If they're there to laugh, that's one thing. You just stuffing somebody into it. I mean, I'd rather just see a guy ride the unicycle and juggle for 5 minutes.
Juggling would be much better. Juggling.
But I have to say, in fairness, sometimes it is, like if it's the right group, if they have a sense of humor, it's all right.
Tell that to the Frayed Nuts.
Frayed Nuts?
Nuts. Nalu?
21.
Nalu.
Oh.
Now I'm angry. All right, what's up?
I'm 21 years old. I've been dancing since I was 18.
He's not angry anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Not that Ellen lesbian type dancing. You mean like dancing with your clothes off, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
not just grooving in an audience.
Professional mooning.
Yeah, all right. And what do you do? Do you get totally naked?
I get fully naked. I work at a 18 and over club in San Diego, which means no alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get fully naked.
Mm-hmm. All right. And am I right that if you go topless, then you can serve beer or alcohol, but you can't
Is this just California?
I think it's a California thing where they can't mix the total nudity with the hard liquor or even the beer. So you got some runaway chick who was molested when she was 9, dancing totally naked. And you're sitting there drinking a Orange Crush.
Makes perfect sense.
It's perfect sense. You're 45 and you're just drinking a Mr. Pibb.
Orangina.
Right.
Like
or Tab. Or a Fresca.
Yeah, you're drinking a Fresca and you got to like smuggle a flask in.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I know anything about that. Nalu?
Yeah.
What is your question?
My question is I've tried to quit dancing many times before, and I keep going back to it and moving back to my hometown and moving back down to San Diego, and I've had this boyfriend for about 9 months now, and I'm just completely horrible to him, and I can't steer myself away from not dancing.
Let's delve into the past. And first, let me just say I don't blame you, because for me, dancing is the only time I feel free. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean you're horrible to him? What do you do?
I'm just mean. I say awful things that I don't mean night after night, and the end result is me breaking down, like hysterically crying, and I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong.
Right. Well, it's undoubtedly what somebody did to you.
Where's your dad?
Yeah.
That's
my biological father?
Yes, that one.
I'm assuming he's in jail. I just looked up his criminal registry, and
There's some pretty nasty things on there. It includes like sodomy, rape, kidnapping.
Well, maybe some of that was sort of sprinkled upon your young life.
Maybe. He was only there till I was 2, so I have no recollection of him whatsoever.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal that people don't appreciate in our country for some reason. The earlier, the more profound the effect.
Yeah.
The earlier, there's something about the human being that the early experiences have a disproportionate effect on all else that follows. Therefore, the earlier, the more intense.
Well, I mean, here's what life is for most everyone who calls a show. All the damage done before age 5, and then you spend the rest of your life trying to pull some dent out that was caused in 1982.
Yeah,
and it never quite gets fixed. I mean, I don't know what the ratio is, but it's not a good one. It's like one bad year before 5 equals 10 years of therapy, and that's just to sort of walk with a limp.
Right. That's just to be able to
and
be
it
human.
Depends what went on before.
That's right.
I mean, if it was just pure rape or incest or whatever, you may never be right.
So it leaves, even if you don't have an explicit recollection of the circumstance, it leaves an imprint on your brain development, makes it difficult to regulate your feelings, make it difficult to be close to other people.
Mm-hmm.
You feel sort of overwhelmed and out of
But
control.
isn't that sort of just an excuse? Like,
it's an excuse. It's an explanation for why your brain works the way it does.
And why you also...
It's a brain wiring issue, Nalu. It's not an excuse. It's how your brain is configured. And unless you do something to change, unless you do something to change that brain function, it ain't going to change on its own. You can't wish it to change.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be treated.
Does she have a stepfather?
I do have a stepfather.
Drew, you forgot to add the super blowhardy part of, I can't change it for you, okay? You have to do that yourself. I can't physically force your brain to change. I wish I could. I like when they add that.
I kind of can.
Actually, Drew says he can't do that. My mistake.
All you got to do is just, follow directions and it will change.
All right, so, hey, do me a favor. Describe the DJ over there at the club.
We actually use a jukebox. We have no DJ, which is fabulous because then I don't have to tip him out.
Oh, really? You have a jukebox.
What's your song? What do you like to dance to?
Yeah, but it's the automated obnoxious DJ 2000.
Oh,
Quit your linen and drop your... Wait a minute, I screwed up. Quit your grinning and drop your linen. Give it up for Nalu. Diamond, stage 5. Japanese businessman's line. It's like a computer on there. So what happens? You just program in the songs you want?
Yeah, you go, I mean, there's a rotation, your name's on a board, you plug your music in, and then you go up. 2 songs are about 3 minutes a piece.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it's fully naked.
Right, and what do you, now I'm going to guess, let's guess at her songs. First off, I'm going to go with MacArthur Park by Rex Harrison. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can bake it because it's
really good.
It's about 8 minutes. Do you think she's doing
definitely
that
it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. I'm going to go with Kenny Loggins and Dolly Parton, Islands in the Stream.
Islands? That's Kenny Rogers.
Oh, is it? What did I say, Kenny Loggins?
Yeah.
Kenny
Islands
Rogers.
in the stream. That is what we are. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's
that's
a good one.
I'm feeling some
Nothing.
Doors.
Some Doors.
Oh, Doors.
Ooh.
Like, what do you think? You got a Doors song? Drew can't name
Light
one.
My Fire.
Oh, that's good.
Drew, you got nothing.
What?
You got nothing.
Or Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire.
I'm going to go with this waltz. Or...
That just happens to be what goes out of my head.
I'm gonna go with "Coward of the County" by Kenny Rogers as
that's
well.
good.
I think that'd be a good one.
That's
All right,
a good one.
Because now you got to figure she's got one of those.
Is she still on the phone?
Yeah. Now, Lou,
Yeah, I'm here.
what are your songs that you go with?
Come
on,
it
Coward.
depends really on the crowd. Like, if it's an older crowd, I dance to, like, Sade, Lovers Rock, Love You the Way I Do.
No, any of those songs.
No "Coward of the County."
That's for the older crowd.
Okay.
How about for the younger crowd?
Well,
What about the younger?
they like the smooth, like the older people. And the younger, like if the younger, like military boys are in there, it's like a little Instinct and Justin Timberlake.
Sure.
Really?
Well, it doesn't make sense.
They
Gay
love
military crowd?
Yeah,
The village military crowd?
The village people military.
Village crowd? Who's in there? What's listening to Justin Timberlake when you're trying to catch wood?
YMCA is one of the songs too.
All right, you're killing my buzz.
All right, now listen. Here's the deal. For this kind of lifestyle, it often becomes highly, highly addictive. And I don't know if you're addicted to anything else or if you're truly an addict, but sometimes people that specialize in sort of extracting people from this kind of life are necessary because it is so alluring. There's so much money. It's so difficult to stop. And it's so gratifying of all those primitive and rather dysfunctional aspects of yourself.
Oh, I bet she dances some Janice Ian.
If you can get in some therapy and learn to be able to tolerate proximity of another mind, another person, your relationship will work a little better, and you may not be so apt to want to do this stripping.
Yeah.
So get some treatment.
I don't think wouldn't it be great to be able to pick the songs for strippers? Someone left a cake out in the rain.
I don't.
Yeah. Oh, that would be awesome. Randy?
Hello?
17?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, Randy Chick. You don't meet too many Randy girls named Randy anymore, do you? Didn't you used to?
In the day.
Now all Randys are dudes, and it's a horrible dude name.
Yeah.
All right, so what's up, Randy? 17.
Yeah, I was wondering about the abortion pill. I think I'm pregnant, and I was looking through the yellow pages, and it said abortion pill next to the morning after pill.
Right, they're two different things.
Yeah, I figured that.
What do you mean next to the morning after pill?
Like they were listing what they were offering at their...
I see, the clinic.
Well, the abortion pill is a way of causing the fetus to be emitted from your uterus. It's RU-486. It's a progesterone blocking agent, and it can cause some pretty heavy bleeding. And some people that do abortions kind of don't like it because it doesn't feel they're not as in control of things as if they actually do the vacuum abortion.
Is it the same pill as been around for 30 years?
RU-46?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same one they've always had. No modifications.
Nope. Don't you have to have a doctor, though, that
you have to have somebody
writes you a prescription?
Right, yeah, and you have to be followed, too, because there is pretty heavy bleeding and
Because
cramping.
it seems like that'd be dangerous.
It's not something you want to do on your own.
Dear Lord.
What is it, Drew? If I had to cook it up in my bathroom, could I do it with just cleanser and
That's
stuff
so
like
good.
that?
No,
Adam, when you do, call me.
Yeah.
Because that sounds good. That sounds...
You want to use some?
Yeah, use Adam just for fun, just to see.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mifepristone.
Oh, is that what it is? And Randy, what's going on? How far along are you?
Well, I'm on birth control right now. I'm on the pill, and I'm supposed to be on my period right now, and I'm not.
And that makes you think you're pregnant?
Yeah.
People miss their period all the time on the pill.
Yeah, I'm late myself.
So go ahead and take a pregnancy test before you jump into this.
Really?
But didn't you have a doctor that prescribed you the pill?
Yeah, they prescribed me the pill, but
Are you worried about going to see him?
No, not at all.
All right, well, go. Stop wasting our time. Go over there and see him.
Test.
And, they actually have a new pregnancy test. I saw in a commercial where the thing has like an LED readout or something where it's like
where it says pregnant, not pregnant.
Or not pregnant. Yeah, instead of just turning gray.
Yeah.
And confusing
Which
everyone.
I kind of dig. I think that's...
Yeah. It's like a thermometer?
Yeah. It's, you go to the bathroom on it, you urinate on the stick, and then...
I took it home just on it. I was like,
just to see.
I'm probably not pregnant, but I just want to see something say not pregnant. You want it
But I think it's so clear because sometimes, you look at it and you're like, you can't tell. And you're so freaked out anyway that to see the words not pregnant or pregnant, makes it that much
It's
clearer.
worth the $400 for the LED readout.
It is.
No, it's probably like $15-$20. I don't know. How much is it? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I would like to buy a few and just whiz on them, just like I said.
That would be a great show.
Was.
Let's do that.
See how it works?
Yeah, let's bring a long mic cord.
I'd probably, be confusing gay. Gay? That's not even an option. Wait a minute. Drew, shake this thing down. I'm going to try it again.
It still says gay.
Still says gay. Rachel, that'd be great just to smuggle a box of gag ones in there. Like, whore. It's like, what? They're making value judgment.
You bitch.
Yeah.
You bitch.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slut.
Yeah.
Whoopee pregnancy tests.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just good novelty stuff.
Barren.
That's right.
It's awful.
Rachel Harris is here tonight from Fat Actress.
It's a horrible way to refer to a woman, barren.
I know.
That's more
I'm barren.
North
really
Dakota is barren.
It's so awful.
As a guy, it's great because it makes you land barren.
Yeah, it's barren.
Or you could be a baron, like Baron von
right.
something.
Of course.
Yeah,
Baron and Baron.
I was thinking it was Baron von Trapp, but that's not right. He was Captain von Trapp.
Yeah,
but he wasn't he a baron though?
I don't know.
There was a red
but
baron.
There was a baroness.
Yes.
The
baroness
female
he was
baroness.
engaged to.
The mean lady that was mean to Maria.
That
didn't
would
like her.
Oh,
Rachel watched that movie way too many
I
times.
did. I did. I'm proud of that.
That
I am a
Edelweiss-
big fan.
Edelweiss would be a great stripping song.
My first crush, Christopher Plummer.
Sure.
Scary.
Why not?
Yeah.
No, it really wasn't. I think it was. I don't know who
It's
it
funny
was.
because he was like my 8th crush.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
8 through 13.
Let's
I
go
liked
pee on a
him that
stick.
much.
Come on, let's go.
We're going to go whiz on a stick. Rachel Harris is here tonight from Fat Actress, 10 o'clock, showtime, Monday night. We'll take a quick break.
Thank you.
Be right back after this.
LoveLine.
Okay, wait. Oh, my hair. My hair.
We'll be right back.
LoveLine is brought to you by TNT.
Yeah. Ready? Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Rachel Harris is here tonight from Fat Actress, 10 o'clock on Showtime, Monday nights. Let's see. Later on this week, Angie from The Apprentice, last one I got booted off The Apprentice.
I watched The Apprentice.
Oh, I do too.
But
next
Monday.
I enjoy it.
Angie
Also,
totally got railroaded.
Yeah, Monday, Seth MacFarlane and Alex Borstein are going to be in here from the Family Guy, which Drew's really into. And I'm really into, too.
Yeah.
Except for I was into it first.
So therefore, what, you can't enjoy it with me?
I'm in deep reruns.
Oh, I'm thinking of American Dad, but I do like Family Guy.
Oh, you like American Dad as well?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen much of it, though.
It's only, they aired one episode.
Just that one, which was brilliant.
I'm going to do a little voiceover work for the not American Dad, but Family Guy on Thursday. So I'll send them everyone's regards, and then we'll see them here on Monday.
And also Crank Anchors.
Oh, yeah, Crank Anchors.
Really funny.
Thank you.
I love that. I know David Allen Greer was on last night, right?
Dag, who's my main man.
When he vomits, when he does that vomit guy, Adam, my husband,
Husband
kills
Adam.
me. I know.
I've been that on the show.
Yes.
Been on the show, and then I
I love
decided
it.
we should have him do it on Crank Anchors, and then I would just sit next to him holding my dry erase board, like, he would call. You always like when he do that, because there's a couple of good ones where, like, he would call and ask how much an engagement ring was, and they'd be like, $2,500. It is awesome when he vomits that way.
It is.
Do a little. Well, let me hear a little more vomiting, please.
It's awesome.
Yeah, when he would call the caterer and ask him, and so how do you prepare the shrimp? It's like, well, it's lightly battered. Made this chick run through the entire menu and vomited after every single thing she said.
I just love like the tolerance for that too. Like, at what point do you say, "I think you're ill, sir"? And
maybe we should get off the phone.
Yeah, I just love the complete willingness to just stay on the phone.
Here's what I learned from a few years of doing that show. Either people get off the phone immediately, or you have to pry them off the phone with a flat bar. And it depends where you call. If you call New York, they don't have any time at all. If you call Fairbanks, Alaska, they got time. We had... I'm trying to think who it was who called just a place in Alaska and had them be their northernmost compass buddy. And just called a random person. And they had talked on the phone for about 45 minutes. They're going to be their compass buddy in their northernmost location. He was going to check in every day and call him and check how his heading was doing. And he was going to say due north and give the degrees or whatever. And they just talked for about 40 minutes. Can you imagine somebody calling you at home, Drew, wanting you to be your compass buddy, and you're just rapping on the phone for 45 minutes, and them having to get off the phone? You still talking to them?
Unbelievable.
All right.
Nice.
We will take some calls. Maybe we can get one in before we go to break. Samantha?
Yeah?
You're 28?
Yep.
Kevin Nealon, by the way, was the guy who had the compass
Kevin's
buddy.
a good friend, by the way. I just saw him last night.
He's a dear friend.
He said
and I
hello.
saw him on your show. Samantha?
Yeah?
28. What's up?
I was on the computer over at my fiance's parents' house. We're house sitting. And I find some gay porn websites on there.
So you think whose were they? I mean, who was watching that stuff?
They were his. It was his posting on there. He had a link to it and the whole deal.
Your fiance.
Your fiance.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Not his parents.
Right.
All right. Samantha, you tell a horrible story, by the way, because you're on the computer of a different person than you found then you're accusing of being gay.
The point is, what did the parents' house have to do with the story?
We're house sitting over there for the.
Oh, you were
time
house
being.
sitting.
And you brought your
Yeah.
computers with you?
And the history had
I'm sorry.
the history, like when you went to look through the history, it had gay porn websites.
That's correct. And so I click on there and I don't know, a jump here and there, and being a bit nosy, I did. I mean, it's his. It's not a conclusion jumped up.
It's great when you say his too. It makes it that much more confusing.
What's your
This
what's
is
the
your
question?
fiance's,
liar whore,
not the person who owns a computer.
Well, my question basically is, I've talked to him about.
I'm taking a break. Here's all I'm saying, everybody. I know who she's talking about just because I speak fluent Tard, but you, when you say you're at somebody's house, you hopped up on the computer,
Then
you
refer
found
to
gay
his computer.
porn, and you keep saying his computer or even the computer.
At somebody else's house.
It's somebody else's house. You are leading people to believe it's the person who lives at that residence who has the porn on the computer.
Right. If you're talking about the television or the phone
yeah.
at that house, we
would assume that was the persons who lived at the house. I'm assuming this is not by way of her description, but I'm assuming this is her fiance who's been looking at this.
Who brought his computer to his parents' house.
No, who was looking up gay porn on the parents' computer.
And probably on somebody else's computer because they thought it was safe.
Right. Is that what was going on, Samantha?
Basically, he was looking it up over there, and it's. I mean, I don't question that he was the one doing it. He admits to it for one, and then.
All right, well, there you go.
Hold on.
All that story is now unnecessary. The whole thing. Yeah, I caught my husband looking at gay porn. He told me it was him. There you go. That's the story.
All right. Well, we got to take a break. No, we got 2 hours to kill, Drew. It's not a 22-minute sitcom, for the love of Christ. We have no script. Just like Fat Actress. Rachel Harris is here. Monday nights, 10 o'clock, showtime. We'll
Thank you.
Take a quick break. We'll get back. Don't hang up on Samantha over here. We'll get back, tell her what to do about her fiance after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
If you need help.
Call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine is brought to you by TNT. 40 games in 40 nights. Watch the NBA playoffs on TNT.
Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That is Dr. Drew.
Did you notice what you got there, Adam? From Chris?
I got the finger.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
That's nice.
Yeah,
and it wasn't. We're not talking about the bird.
No.
You got the go finger.
The go finger is why Adam went into radio.
That's right.
Yeah. I was thinking it's either that or become a tail hooker, launch F-18s off carriers. You know, that dude, that go guy?
Yeah.
That's
guy? Intense. It's as impressive, though, isn't it, when they, like, do that?
That's what I like. I like the spool it up move.
Yeah.
And then I like the move, and I'm going to start doing this. Don't give me the finger. I'll salute when I'm ready to go.
Nice.
And that could be 10, 20 minutes into the show. We could just be dead air.
That is really
But
good.
when there's nothing better than that whole carrier thing. The guys in the pilot, the guy down in like the yellow vest, and they all have their colors.
Yeah.
It's like a big Parcheesi game. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone's got the purple and the yellow, and they're all wearing their vests because these guys are the fire guys, and these guys are the guys who reset the steam catapult, and these guys are retrieval guys, and they do the spool it up thing. I'm the pilot. I do the salute thing, and then the guy he's down on one knee, he's going go, and I just launch myself off the end of the
Nice.
ship. Yeah, awesome. They're like those aircraft carriers, floating cities. They're floating cities.
Literally.
Really are.
Literally.
But you sleep. My brother was actually on one, and
he was?
he was in the service. Yeah, and he was on an aircraft carrier. For
Wow,
like
a lot of
6 months
range
or
in that
something.
family. A lot of range.
I'm telling you, we've
But he must have been
seen it
doing
all.
something. He wasn't just working
He was
the laundry.
he was an aviation electrician.
Wow.
Oh, he worked on the
It was
aircraft.
fancy. I don't know what that means, but I know that was his title.
Wow, floating
From Hawaii?
city.
I'm sorry.
Ohio? What are you, Ohio?
Ohio.
Ohio's
It's
where
all
you
right.
from?
Hawaii.
Yeah.
It sounds very similar.
Nice brain.
Ohio. Yeah.
That's you guys grew up, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I
And
would, yeah.
He used to say that they'd sleep in like those crazy cubby holes that I'm claustrophobic. I couldn't have.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not clinically claustrophobic, but it would drive
I'll
me
be
crazy.
the judge of that.
Okay, all right.
They got their little bunks that they got their little lockers underneath it. They got to fold everything nice. I would like to go out on one one cruise, one quick tour. You know what I mean? Just 14 days or something. Just to say you did it.
Just to experience it.
Yeah, not do anything. Just sort of hang out and watch everyone and criticize.
You could take notes.
Why would you be good at that?
You could write a little essay.
Walk around
on your experience.
One brow up
he
in the
does
air.
not write. He talks.
I don't write. I would dictate, but here's the thing: not into a dictaphone, into just a brown piece of mop handle. But people would think I was.
You could do a
writing book
one-man
or something.
show on it, Adam. That would be great.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and you could
Fly
space
boy.
work.
That's your next TLC show.
Yeah.
Really
yeah.
good.
All hands on ace. That's what we call it. Sounds gay, but it wouldn't be that gay. It'd just be sort of gay. All right, let's keep going.
Macho man.
Samantha?
Back to Samantha.
Oh, speaking of
gay
gay.
computers.
So she found gay erotic. Your fiance was visiting gay websites.
Correct.
What kind of gay websites?
Ones where I guess you meet people. He had a posting up there, and where people can
That's
contact
not good
him.
at all.
What did
That's not just gay websites.
What did the posting
so
say?
he was soliciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did the posting say?
Oh, geez. I don't know how descriptive I can get on here, but just looking for a BJ and.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any hint that there was something going on with him?
None at all. Blindsided me.
Okay. So here's the question, everybody. I think I know where Drew comes down on this, but I'm not sure about Rachel. To me, not that he should be punished for being gay, but there's not anything we're going to do about this.
Right.
I don't think you're going to reel him back in.
This is not a hobby.
No.
This is a commitment.
And here's what I don't think a lot of people realize, and I don't think a lot of women realize this, because I think they're a little more
different.
pliable
Yes, they're more
sexually.
fluid, yeah.
They could go out, experiment, do a little something, sample some waters. They could just put their toe in the lesbian pool
and come right out.
And come right out again and be fine. Guys,
it's a whirlpool.
We get sucked down into a vortex of ass.
Mm-hmm. Or whatever.
That could be a good name for my one-man show.
Vortex of ass.
A vortex of ass. That's good.
Right. Point is you don't just sample the gayness.
No.
You're in.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, if he's on websites and he's looking for action or soliciting, unless he's a cop and he's trying to bust somebody and there's something we don't know,
that's it.
This is a deal breaker in terms of, and thank God you found this out while he was a fiance and not a husband.
Yeah.
Have you discussed this with him?
Yeah, and he denies any extreme tendencies to swing the other way, saying that it was more of a excitement thing, I guess. But let
me ask you this: what is your sex life like with him? Does he?
It's fine. It's variable.
Strap-on gives her a rash, but other than that, everything's fine. A little chafing. Nothing a little Gold Bond can't handle, sweetie.
But I mean, are there other like psychological problems that he might be having?
Not that I'm aware of.
Like sexually, because a lot of times with like sex addiction and things like that, sometimes it's not necessarily about the gender. It could be about.
That's true, and the sexual addiction is often very covert, so she might really have no knowledge of what was going on.
Samantha, you sound like a survivor. Like you've seen a lot. I don't know. What are you? A nurse? Do you have some kids? Previous marriage? What's going on?
One kid, no marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in insurance. Nothing too exciting.
Mm-hmm. And
trauma?
Have you been traumatized?
Well, you guys always talk about sexual history in the past. I mean, I guess I was abused a bit when I was a teenager. One-time incident.
Nothing before that, though.
No.
Dad's good. Stepdad's good.
You got that tour of Nam kind of stuff going on.
Were you ever on strung out on speed or any drugs?
Years ago.
We hear it.
Got the X-Speed thing going. It was speed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear it.
For about 3 months in the teenage years.
You're into it a little more than that, I would say. I can hear it on you.
Well, I think she
or she also has a grizzled.
She's whitewashing her stories. Yeah, a little bit. A little abuse.
A little bit in the teenage years.
Yeah, it's like, come on, Miss
you were into speed, right?
Who are you talking to?
And here's the other thing. We look when we talk to people, it sounds like they've been they grew up in a rock tumbler.
Right.
they're 20. I mean, the woman is 28 and sounds like she's been there, done that, loved and lost.
She sounds late 40s, second tour in Vietnam as a nurse or something.
Right. I'm just trying to get a little clarity on her because she may be picking this guy as a sort of safety.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah, as a way of not being intimate with somebody. Not being vulnerable.
Okay, so Samantha, I don't think this guy, and I'm not sure he's going to make a great father stepfather to your child either.
Yeah, not with all this going on.
Yeah, where's your dad?
In Oklahoma.
In prison.
What's he doing over there?
He's a military man. The base out here closed down.
Mm-hmm. You have a good relationship with him?
A decent one. We were never terribly close, but...
All right.
He used to beat the crap out of you?
No, never like that. More dismissive, I guess.
All right. So, Samantha, I bet you could do better than this guy.
Well, I feel uncomfortable telling you what to do, but
I know.
But you have a way of sort of not accepting reality. You tend to stay in sort of a level of light denial. It's like, a little bit of speed, a little bit. Look, you're an addict. You're fortunately not active in your disease right now. You've had some significant issues in your life. Intimacy is not an easy thing for you. You've got a guy that may have seemed safe, but he's safe because he's not available because he is probably gay. Now, he may not really have come to terms with that yet. That's fine. But to say that, to minimize the reality of what's going on with him, it's a giant mistake.
Cruising the internet looking for BJs, unless you want to meet the guy in the parking lot and beat him with a bat.
Even that guy is a concern.
Well, okay. The only possible excusable thing would be if you urinated in a fire hydrant and we're trying to spray the gay guy with it out of the bed of a pickup truck, and you had some buddies driving it, and you had like a six-pack of tall boys in there, and you were screaming.
And you know what? You're not 28 when you're doing that.
Oh, yes, I was 31. That's right. You're right, Drew. I was not 28. I had not built up to that. When you're right, you're right. Takes a big man to admit when you're right, Drew. All right, Melissa?
Yeah?
You fake orgasms?
Yeah, like, right before I'm about to finish, I just, tense up, and I just tell the guys, yeah, I've finished. And I can't, relax to get the whole way through.
Hold on. That's not faking an orgasm, though, is it?
You mean you sort of snub it before it goes all the way?
She makes like she finished.
Oh.
What? You do?
Yeah.
Does the guy think you had an orgasm or not?
Yeah.
He does. Okay, so you fake your orgasm.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore.
When you were with him, could you relax?
No. I've never been able to, and I've never have, no matter who I was with.
Are you attracted to women?
It crosses my mind.
I'm just getting that loud and clear from her. I don't know why.
All right.
It's crossed my mind, but I've never done anything.
Yeah. And you have any kids?
I have one.
Yeesh. What's up with that? Hopefully it's a girl, right?
No, it's a boy.
Felon.
So what about why am I getting the women thing loud from her? She's just in my
she's butch. I don't know. Drew's spidey sense is, Lesbo's spidey sense is tingling.
Well, no, I'm curious. But I've never. I'm not.
Do you have trouble being with men, or you've been brutalized by men in some way?
Yeah, I've had a bad past, but I don't.
Well, that's what often, when it comes to lesbianism, that's often a good route. That's a common route into lesbian territory, which is the relationship with men are just full of brutality and just have enough of it, and that's that.
I was. My neighbor used to babysit me, and that was a female. And she used to mess with me when I was little.
That wires you up.
Ding dong.
That's what I was hearing.
That's what Drew was hearing.
Yeah, that's what my spidey sense picked up on.
Yeah.
Dong.
Yeah, that can do it.
Yeah.
That'll cross your wires. And who's the father of your child?
Some idiot.
Is he out of the picture?
Yeah, completely.
All right, so here we go. We got a call about faking orgasms and not allowing yourself to orgasm. And the reality of what we have here is sexual abuse, sexual identity confusion, inability to be in stable and close relationships, picking only a-holes. Much bigger problems here than just not orgasming.
Yeah.
Much bigger. You will orgasm when you actually are able to have a relationship and feel safe. Until that happens, though, there'll be no orgasms.
All right. Now you're freaking her out, though. You think she has to be with a woman? And what about
No, I'm not saying she has to be living. I'm just saying she's got to be in a stable, close relationship. I have a feeling that is more likely to be with a woman for her.
Melissa, do me a favor. Can you please not screw your son up so I don't have to deal with him and or pay for him later on in life? Please.
I won't.
Please promise me you're not going to screw
promise.
that kid up. I don't want to pay for anyone else.
Wouldn't you rather her be with a woman that's some a-hole she brings along to
Yes,
the sick
Absolutely.
kid?
I would. I really
Because that's
would.
what she's comfortable with.
I don't think
Okay.
I'd be comfortable being with a woman.
Oh, really?
All right,
But
well-
you've been attracted to the ladies?
I am, but I'm not like that.
I don't trust the guys you pick though. Who's this guy's dad? I mean, this guy's dad's an idiot, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Is he paying for any child support or anything?
Yeah, we just went in February to do child support.
Of course.
What's he paying a month?
He pays. It went up to $550, so it's going to go up to $600 because he's making more. So
What's he doing? Welding or driving a truck or roofing?
Drywalling.
Drywalling.
no clue. He works with sales, like auto sales and everything.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, just one time when somebody says he works in sales, they're actually talking about a sail on a boat. Just one time. No, he works on schooners.
Just so you can say that happened.
Well, he does sell the sails, so I guess technically he's in sales. It would be nice just to talk to a guy, salty mariner. But, okay, it's always funny when you hear about these highfalutin divorces and so-and-so needs $150,000 a year for the kids. When you just hear about the real world, it's up to $550 a month.
Yeah.
And the fifth Gabor sister saying she can't get by on $55,000 a month. She's at $550, and she's in Clover. She's not going to know what to do with that extra money. All right, I don't know what to say. And by the way, could we stop crapping out kids so casually?
Clearly not.
Clearly not. Could we stop having just people that are damaged goods crapping out kids? It is so sad. And is there ever any chance at this world or this society repairing itself as long as there's a steady influx of effed up single moms crapping out kids in their late teens? Is there any way? Is there enough resources?
But don't you think the solution to that though is to educate women to
education has nothing to do with it.
Well,
but what I'm but as far as your esteem goes, but what I'm saying,
you can't build esteem through education. This is the huge mistake that people make.
I don't mean like education like schools, and I mean just as far as common sense. There's nothing we can do to teach women to have esteem so that they're not sleeping around to get validation.
No,
it's a much more complex process.
That's 6 generations down the road.
It's a different part of the brain.
Do you think it's more just from learned behavior?
No.
They're damaged.
It's dysfunction of regulatory systems in the brain, and you have to teach them to. Brains that can't regulate don't feel adequate and feel ashamed, and then they can't build esteem unless they can feel competent in their ability to regulate their feeling states.
Right.
And the only way they can do that is through having stable relationships. So, a healthy adult that they're connected with through high school and college, say, or junior high school and high school, that changes everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And all they have to do is spend time with that kid. That's all they got to do.
Right.
I'm looking for some sort of birth control that comes in a dart form. Seriously, and I'm doing it for them. Like everyone says,
you want to strafe with it, basically. Send your planes in and strafe.
I'm just saying, we talk to people. I mean, here's our solution from doing the show for 10 years, and we. At the risk of sounding sort of pompous, what we learned isn't really from a textbook or watching the news. It's just from talking to screwed up people for 10 years. So you get the lay of the land.
Yeah, it's
when somebody, depending on how abused they were, but if they were sort of severely abused, there's not a whole lot you can really talk to them about. You need to get to them early and often, but there's a certain group that you really just need to say.
It's like trying to talk somebody out of heroin. You can't, that's not a rational process. You can't educate somebody out of heroin or crack or pot. They're just that's part of their brain is not.
You need to catch them on their first the day after their first period and say you're going, and I don't mean in school, and say you're going on birth control. I'm not going to hold you down and stuff it in your mouth. I'm just going to say
I'm going to hold you down and put it under your skin.
I've done the math. You're going to be pregnant by 15 and a half, and then no shot at college. So this is for you. It's for me. It's for society. Put the patch on. And then we'll talk about it when you're 21 and see what we can do. If we did that, it would just be a utopia we're living in. For some reason, that's playing God, whereas hooking hooking people up to feeding tubes is not, or putting cameras in intersections that give you tickets in the mail. No problem with that. It's okay for society to do that. Yes, sorry. Getting excited, but
how about building a room on top of your garage?
Oh, you couldn't do that. That's permits. You could never do that. You have to perform oral on a city councilman if you want to do that. No, I'm just saying we live in a society where people are they're perfectly comfortable with the concept of putting cameras in intersections and you getting tickets in the mail for $300.
Right.
But the idea of identifying an abused and dangerous, not only to society, but to themselves, segment of society, and focusing on them, because who's filling the prisons? Who's committing the murders? Who's getting hooked on the speed and the heroin? Who are the dropouts? Who are the vagrants? Who are the teen pregnant? Who are all these people? They're not Drew's kids. They're just not. They're not people who can support and love and nurture their kids. Right. That's not their offspring. It's this group's offspring who becomes then all our problems. And there's a good chance if anything happens to you, whether it's getting cleaned out by an uninsured drunk driver or getting a shiv put in your side at the ATM, it's going to be someone from this family. Let's just admit it and focus on it. It's not such.
There is
not such a bad thing.
Corollaries to that is that when they look at kids from at-risk situations, only actually about half of them turn out the way Adam is describing it.
Right.
And the half that doesn't turn out that way, when they look at variables that impact their life, they've only found one thing that changes outcome towards a positive outcome.
Jesus Christ.
No, a single positive relationship with an adult outside the home.
Yeah.
Sustained.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Changes everything.
All right. And by the way, half is that's a tough number. You know what I mean? 50% of these people going south. And yeah, for every there's but what about Oprah? She was abused. She came from that's Oprah. Then for every Oprah, there's 10 million people that are in jail right now.
It's the same argument with Grandma Moses smoking and drinking until she was 95.
Yeah. Oh, she drank a fifth of Jack Daniels every day and smoked 2 packs of Pall Mall non-filter.
Well, let's go on.
She lived till 103.
Let's all do that.
That's right. Take that carrot juice, throw it in the gutter, and give me a pack of smokes. I got to light up now.
Or it's also like that guy that they said had eggs and bacon every day of his life, and he was like 98.
That's right.
Because one person was a freak show doesn't mean that it's going to work for everyone.
He had a good hand dealt to him genetically, and that was about it.
The extreme outliers do not set the rule.
I don't know why people use those extreme examples as even examples. It's like a roulette wheel landing on your number once in a lifetime, and you using it as I win every time I turn the wheel. All right, Rachel Harris is here tonight, a right thinker. We're turning her around. I'll tell you that right now. She's going to come and she's going to leave this place and be like Rush Limbaugh. I'm fired up. We're talking about mandatory sterilization for people of color. She's got join the NRA.
That was Rachel's idea.
It's good.
That was Rachel's idea.
It was, and I asked you not to verbalize.
I'm sorry I said it on the air. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, this is your radio. LoveLine will be right back.
LoveLine is brought to you by TNT. 40 games in 40 nights. Watch.
Yeah.
See? Nice finger.
Chris is pointing at Drew, though. It wasn't.
Well, you didn't salute.
I got to salute, and then you. Why would you point at Drew?
Because I saluted.
Oh, did you salute?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see you salute. Okay, hey. Listen, it takes a big man to admit when he's wrong.
You set the standard.
Even if it was procedure. For the first time. All right, I'm going to salute you. Point. You ready?
All right.
That's
Boom.
nice. Go back.
There you go. All right. Hey, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Rachel Harris here tonight from Fat Actress.
Hola.
Monday nights, Showtime, 10 o'clock. I was just in the kitchen here at the fabulous radio station. And
did you start beating up the trash can again, or
I did get angry at the trash can,
or kicking the microwave?
Let me just say,
throwing the milk around because it was old.
Say a couple things. The microwave, not done. World scientists should not be done with the microwave, and they're working on stuff like the keypad and that kind of stuff, and
we need
convection.
Standards.
We do need that, but we need a couple things. First off, That microwave smells
the
like
stink.
a cat crapped on a wheel of provolone,
nice.
and they just melted it down to the ground. What is up with that? And how does
That's
it
a new
maintain
microwave.
its funk?
It's a new one, too.
Somebody did something to that microwave
Pizza.
at
It's
10
pizza.
o'clock tonight,
Yeah.
and it's been funkified. 2 hours later, it's as funky as it was 2 hours before.
I swear that's a pizza thing in this unit, this hospital.
Really?
This place.
But I don't understand. Is it upholstered inside? You know what I mean? Why? How can it maintain the funk? It's
cheese
sheet
gets
metal.
melted into the plastic there.
But it's sheet metal. It's like your car fender smelling.
But you know what? But that's the thing is that it doesn't really seem to have that much ventilation, so things get trapped in
All
there.
right, so couple beats. First thing, let's get a microwave. There's nothing worse than you got a little ice cream that's rock hard. You want to just put it in for 10 seconds and soften it up, but it smells like provolone cheese in there.
Or jalapenos.
Or jalapenos, or it just smells like the guy made an anchovy pizza before you got there. We gotta move the funk out. Flip the funk. Move the funk.
You gotta,
You know what?
you gotta.
Have you noticed that
you gotta
you've got
turn
these
this mother
sandwich
out.
stores have these new things that have convection or heat ovens that heat things in like 4 seconds?
Yeah.
The funky stuff needs to go in there.
Okay.
They
Well,
need to
all
be
I'm
heated
saying
with not
is,
microwave.
first thing, let's make it out of some sort of space age ceramic or something where you could actually defecate in it and then vaporize it with 15 minutes of convection heat, and be no smell when you open it up. Okay,
Let's
that's
try.
number one.
Let's try.
We're going to work
Let's
on
try.
that.
Let's see.
I'll go down to the testing facility. I'll go down to the proving grounds.
It's good.
All right, that's number one. By the way, any better place to work than a place called Proving Grounds? The Aberdeen Proving Grounds. It's just a great name, Proving Grounds. Okay, so that's
good.
the.
It's really good.
We
I like
test
the
that.
think tank.
That's number one.
I better go to think tank.
I work at a think tank on a proving ground. Wow, awesome. All right, now there's that. The other thing is let's figure out how to heat what's in the container, not the container itself.
Oh, so you don't? Did you burn your fingers
Well,
at it?
why are microwave containers the ones that go to 8,000 degrees as soon as you throw them in there?
Drew and I have a couple of coffee mugs we toss in there. The coffee mugs we have to handle. We have to use tongs that guys who blow glass use to get them out of there. It's a blast furnace. Drew holds a shield that we've fashioned out of an old Lycus poster and some tin foil. I open it and reach in with the tongs and wear that leather smock.
Oh yeah, the
It's
big
glowing.
giant
I don't know, you
lead
guys.
gloves.
That sounds like your microwave is just.
It heats.
But we've had multiple
How long have you-
microwaves.
But I have the
multiple
same- I have
ones.
the
We've been
same
through like
one
4
at
of
Because
these.
home.
mine at home is pretty fine.
You
I
don't
can
have the
put
right
something
dishes.
in there.
You have the right dishes for it.
I do. We have fine
And you don't
items.
eat pizza and jalapeno and
We
chili.
do eat pizza. We do not.
But you don't cook it in the microwave.
But we don't put meat.
No,
I'm
but
kidding.
you're talking
No.
about heat. We're talking
We do
about
put
heat
microwaves, like-
retention now.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that about 30, well, let's put it this way. 80% of the stuff I have to hold food doesn't work right in the microwave.
overheats.
It gets hot
Yeah.
and the food stays.
Right.
I get the bowl, I get the ceramic bowl, I put the soup in
Right.
it. The soup is marginally cooler, actually,
Right.
than it was before it went in. The
Right.
bowl is molten.
glowing.
How does the soup not get hot just from the molten glowing
Right,
bowl?
right.
I don't know, but let's work on a microwave that just heats what's
And by the way,
inside, whatever
that
it is.
same one has occasionally will cause boiling around the edges and
Right.
cold in the middle.
Right.
Right.
All
What
right,
is
so
that?
we need to work that
Does
thing
it have a
out.
spinny thing on it though?
Yeah,
Does it
yeah,
rotate
spinning,
things?
of course.
Spinny thing overrated. That was gonna solve every problem in 1985. It never really worked
You know, the
out.
trick for popcorn, microwave popcorn, is to put a little plate underneath it, so it has so when you put the bag on top in there, it has a little bit of a hill. That means because the current goes underneath the bag a little bit more.
Oh, really?
And it keeps it from burning. Just a little.
Just a little
tip.
ceramic plate or a paper plate.
Ceramic. Yeah, that has like some density to it, so that when you, I don't know if density is the right word.
No, that's right. The other thing I'm looking for is something a microwave that you can put metal in.
Yeah, that
Because
gotta have
you
that.
get the
We must have
Italian,
that
you get the
sometime.
Italian
Crazy.
food in like
Or
the
the Chinese
container. You
food,
take
the
the
little
Chinese
thing.
food. Well, the Chinese food has the little
That
metal
little hoot
coat
nanny
hanger.
on it that you have to take
Right.
off before you
But
heat
if
it
you go
up.
to the Italian place, you get a little chunk of ossobuco left
the
over.
foldy
That's the
foil
foil
thing.
thing. But by the way, once that
But,
plastic
so it's-
cap pops, you can never get it
By the
back.
way,
But
have,
so
you,
you-
have you ever put that plastic thing on and replaced it without cutting your finger?
No.
Every
And I
time
can't
cut
get
my
it
finger.
back
Wait, that
on and
plastic
everything.
like around the metal
foil
thing?
thing. Yeah, the foil around the edge. Cut my
That's,
finger every time.
I haven't cut my finger on that.
so
But
much
you,
better
You really
in
you
your
can't be bothered to transfer it from
let
the
me
metal
tell you
container
what.
into like a.
Well,
How
first-
dare
plate.
you? Are you saying
I
he's
know,
lazy?
isn't that awful?
Well, how about this?
It's just too much work.
How about you just pump your own well water and crap in a pot? Huh? Can't be bothered? How dare you, Missy? How dare you?
I know. How dare I suggest
Can't
a
be
simple
bothered.
transfer?
No, I'll tell you the problem. problem.
P.S. I love your Carrot Top mug.
Thank you.
So
it's normally blue. It's red now because it's still molten. Now here's the problem. I can be bothered, and I will be, but why should I have to be? Let's have somebody work the metal thing out. And when you get that nice Italian food, and then the fat congeals and everything, you always dump out the big chunk or whatever.
Gross. It's
But you're
too.
scraping the other stuff.
Yeah.
You can't. All the goodness is stuck.
But also
to
doesn't
it.
look
Dear God,
appetizing when it comes
what
out
are
as
you
that big
eating?
Right. All the flavor.
Jello mold.
No, yeah, like if you bring home spaghetti and meat sauce, all the yummiest part of the meat sauce is clung to the foil. You can't get that off.
Yeah.
And you always seem like you have a problem when you really try to get off.
When
You're
you're digging
scraping,
around.
like you're bearing a dumpster or something. Your wife comes by like, listen, sweetie, why don't you go out and buy something to eat instead of scraping things? What are you crying?
You're literally a millionaire.
I'm literally a millionaire, literally. All right, I'm just saying. We do a lot of.
These are quality problems.
The microwave has been around for 40
Quality problems.
years.
I've never complained about this before, by
It's
the way.
really, I love it. I love it.
40 years it's been around. Somebody invent one I can put some foil in. Is it that tall in order that we can put foil in a microwave? Technologically, is it that tall in order?
It may be technically impossible.
I don't
It could
think
be because of like I'm going to get really technical on you and use some really good jargon, but like atoms and like neutrons and things like that, the big abound.
Right. Neutrinos and
Exactly.
Right.
That you can't do metal in there, so you
I
just
think
put
it's
it in a
even
glass
simpler.
bowl.
I think when
What about glass?
I think it's simple. When you send the microwaves in, they bounce back and melt the damn thing.
Exactly.
Okay. Listen,
and honestly,
you two are enablers, by
we
the
could
way.
get like a fair.
Well, nothing would have got done under your guys' watch.
I say nay.
Oh,
I say
teeth?
put it
we couldn't
on a
possibly
pot.
make false teeth out of anything better than wood.
But
could we?
whatever happened to putting it like in a cast iron skillet? And
Okay.
that's been nicely
Again,
seasoned.
here's
Here's what I'm saying.
I know he's going to get angry.
Please listen to what I'm saying.
He's starting
I
to cry.
don't want
Adam,
to
don't cry.
transfer things from the thing I take it home
I
in
know.
to the thing I put it in the microwave in. Then maybe we just have to talk to the Chinese restaurant and the Italian food restaurant and get
They're
them
gonna
to
enjoy
do
that.
something.
They would
Let's
love
get
that.
on the same
You should
page.
do that. You should do that.
There you
Call
go.
them.
Let's start changing the convention.
It's good.
Need microwavable Chinese
One
and
or the
Italian food.
other. That's
Yeah.
all.
I get it. I get it. I
All
get
right,
it.
here we go.
All right. I see.
Now we're done.
You guys, you know what? Neither one of you will dare to be great or dare to yell at other people to be great and hurry. That's your shortcoming. I will dare.
We're just comfortable with the mediocrity.
No, I'll tell you something. I will dare to yell at other people to be great, goddammit.
And hurry.
That's good.
Well, let me just say something very quickly. Just very quickly. And I don't like to talk about myself.
Never.
No.
I'm gathering that. Yeah.
No.
I used to go to a dentist when I got my teeth cleaned. He sprayed icy cold spring water all over my teeth, and they hurt. And I said, "Wow, my gums are sensitive. My teeth
Why
hurt.
don't you use
spray
warm
this
water?"
cold. Why don't you use warm water? Like
Right.
if I was in my own bathroom, I
Sure.
wouldn't put frozen water in my teeth."
Sure.
And he said, and this is the biggest mistake you ever make for me. "Oh yeah, they make those." I said, "They should make some sort of inline water heater." He said, "Oh no, they make them. They've had them for years." That was problem number
Did
one.
you go back to him?
Oh no. Problem number two was
great dentist.
he then said, "Everyone asked for him." Okay, now I'm going nuts. All right, so get one. So I go to a new dentist,
Right.
And the guy likes me and he wants my business, and I say,
Sure.
"Look, here's
Because you're Adam Carolla.
here's the deal, literally millionaire. Here's the deal, DDS.
And mouth a mess.
Exactly.
Mouse
A
and
mess.
mess.
And he's seeing.
Brain works like a Swiss timepiece.
Do you
so
floss
don't worry
every
about
day,
the mouth.
twice a day?
I'm flossing now.
Okay, good.
There's a guy in my mouth. I don't do it
Okay,
myself.
good.
I don't get my hands dirty.
Millionaire.
That's good.
So anyway, you go to this guy.
I go the new guy and I say, "Look, buddy, how about one of these inline water heaters if
Right,
you want my
right.
business?" And he says, "You know what? That's a good idea." And I said, "Look, here's the deal. I'm not coming back until you get that thing. So go spend $80, give a plumber $100, and get it hooked up, and then I'll use it." I came back a month later. He said, "Not only I'm getting great feedback, all my people love it. It's great." This
Right.
guy was in business for 30 years. Now he's got the inline heater. Everyone's happy.
And Adam
I'm happy,
Carolla,
and my teeth are
humanitarian.
happy.
and he got the
That's right.
business.
What's
Yes.
wrong with everyone just stepping their game up a
I
little
don't
bit?
know.
Just being a little bit
But
better.
all I know is you need to write books.
That's it. I'm writing a book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
books.
But
Oh, yeah.
it's not going to be advice. It's going to be yelling at other people who write books poorly.
Yeah. Sure.
That's going to be my book. Athena,
Yeah.
Athena.
Hi.
you're 24?
Yes.
What's up?
I was just wondering if being on the birth control for a prolonged period of time increases a risk of breast cancer.
Difficult question to answer, but the prevailing evidence suggests really no.
Okay.
Not meaningfully.
Difficult to answer, though. Usually you're just quick
because
to
it's
answer.
more of the hormones.
She asked it the right way. She said prolonged birth control.
Prolonged.
And if you have some of the genetic heritage for breast cancer, yes, definitely you should not be on it. If there's certain situations you should be very careful with.
Good to know.
Really?
I've been on the pill now for 10 years, and I had a lump removed from my right breast in February, and I've now found another one in my left breast. And
Lumps have nothing to do with breast cancer. Those are cysts. They do not mean you're at added risk.
Really?
Right. The first
In
one
fact, the birth control pill is a treatment for those lumps.
Oh.
Oh, really? All right.
I got to back off.
Well,
Remember, you know who else who had lumps, Drew? Pete Puma. Drew loves Pete Puma. I take a whole lot of lumps. Bugs Bunny would hit him with like 10 lumps. There should be good lump humor, you know?
And then open his head was.
Yeah. You'd ask for it. You'd have coffee, and someone would say, "How many lumps?"
They hit you on the head.
And they hit you on the head.
Great humor.
And he'd bang those lumps down.
Bang them down.
Bang
They're
them down.
little
Sure.
hammer. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, that's good.
Athena,
Yeah.
remember Pete Puma?
No.
Died of testicular cancer.
20 years
actually.
before you were born.
All right. All right there, Athena. So
lumps don't have anything to do with breast cancer.
No, those are those are just
So
cysts.
she doesn't need to freak out.
No. Do you have breast cancer in your family?
I don't know. My mom had some cyst removal when I was younger, so probably about 10, 15 years ago, but that's really
See, there's evidence that the pill will reduce your risk of ovarian cancer, reduce the risk of uterine pathology and pelvic inflammatory disease. So there are actually cancer reduction qualities to being on the pill at the same time. So it's weighing these things out that.
But it's based on your family history?
Whether or not the breast cancer issue, if you have the BRCA genes and all that stuff, you got to be careful.
I take a whole lot of lumps. David.
Sleeping.
Oh, it's been on hold for 110 minutes.
Shh. Listen.
Is he asleep?
I could have sworn I heard some breathing.
David?
I didn't hear anything.
No, you're right.
All right.
Should we do Germany or Florida?
Yeah, let's play Germany or Florida. Here's how the game goes. And by the way, were we talking about this last night, 60 Minutes? Or maybe I didn't see it until I got home.
No.
One of the stories in 60 Minutes is just how effed up Florida is.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. 60 Minutes last night. They talked to an author over there, wrote for the Herald or something. But it was just like all the degenerates that end up there and all the screwballs and all the wacky stories. You got your proximity to Cuba. You got your
so the people coming up.
So it's the Cubans.
You got some Cubans. You got some riffraff in there. People
what
of
else?
color.
What else?
You also have
You have good weather. It attracts nutballs.
But here's what you have: good weather attracts nutballs. You have this. It's why OJ is there, which is you can
and you get the Miami heat.
People can't come after you and claim your property and stuff. So all the deadbeat dads and screw ups.
Why not?
People.
Why?
Well, they have laws on the books over there that if you're OJ and you lose in civil court. And you own a house in Florida, they can't take your house.
Wow.
You own a house in Bel Air, they take your house.
Wow.
Oh, we got to move.
So all the screwballs, well, wait till we stuff our wives.
No. Get the kids out, get them to college, and we'll
then we'll go there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Still want to snuff the wives. The point
So
is...
we can have our gay affair again?
And yes. And the other thing about Florida I've just realized is everything is bigger and worse in Florida. Like it's like everyone gives that story
mosquitoes.
like, oh, you think you've seen roaches?
Yeah.
No, you've not been to Boca Raton. Snakes, everything's poison. It's like
hurricanes.
And a lot of people aren't aware of Florida's
Shih
history.
Tzus are poison in Florida.
I love that.
Like
Florida's
rabbits
history.
are poison. There's nothing that's not poison over
Worst
there.
ants.
People I don't think really focus on, but Florida's history is amongst the wildest in the entire United States.
A lot of Indians shooting everybody.
Did not know
Horrible.
that.
They the stuff that Andrew Jackson did down there to the Indians and stuff. Really bad. And the Spaniards, really bad stuff went on for a couple centuries down there.
Yeah, well, they're keeping, they have a rich tradition of like alcoholic F-ups over there, and they're keeping it alive.
Indeed.
That's all. And it was funny that we've been talking about it for a number of years now, and 60 Minutes finally caught on, just did a story about how effed up Florida is. All right, so hold on. Justin.
Yeah.
You have a Germany or Florida for us?
Yeah. I wanted to tell you, though, the metal in the microwave is not going to happen.
Because?
When you put metal in a microwave, it creates a current, and that's what causes a spark.
That's what I was talking about.
All right. Well,
underneath for the underneath thing.
Hold on. hold on a second.
Okay, what?
Obviously, there are reasons why metal in the microwave is not going to work at this point, the same way we weren't able to reach the moon in the mid-'60s.
Oh, dear. Here we go. I feel a rant.
It took some great people getting together, putting some time in and putting some money in a little R&D and working it out. That's what I'm asking. I'm not asking that I stuff a ball of foil into my microwave and have it magically work.
The electrons are free in the matrix of metal, though.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Keanu.
That's what I was saying.
Let me finish my thought. Believe me, if this was a military problem and it needed to work, they would make it work. They would overcome.
It's
they
like
would
Viagra.
There's satellites circling the globe right now that are beaming my voice across the country in parts unknown. We could work the microwave thing out. It's not that tall order. We need to focus. That's all I'm saying. All right, and you two.
I say nay. I say nay.
You're enabling parents of a drug addict.
An enabling naysayer.
Oh, he's got a lot of pressure at school. Let him do a little coke every once in a while if it makes him feel better. Quiet. I'm the uncle. I know how to handle the boy.
Wait, you're going to give him some anal?
No.
Nice.
No.
That's the uncle thing.
Oral.
I like it.
Oral.
Oral.
All right. Well, he's giving it to me. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with a little Germany or Florida after this.
Dude, you got issues.
Call LoveLine.
1-800-LOVE-191.
Hey, everybody. LoveLine. Wealth Bloody Mary. How dare you?
LoveLine.
I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Rachel Harris here tonight from Fat Actress on Monday nights at 10 o'clock.
I love that little applause. It's so lovely.
Showtime coming up. Doing some shows. Doing some interesting shows.
Thank you.
They're making their move.
Yeah.
I think... I don't exactly know anything about ratings or any of that stuff, but it seemed like a couple years back there was a big chasm between HBO and Showtime, and it seems like Showtime has been bridging that chasm over the past few years.
Well, they're trying to. I think that's the thing, is that they're taking risks on edgier things.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like, and Weeds is coming up, which is going to be great. It's Mary Louise Parker, Kevin Nealon's on that show. Very funny. Jenji Cohen's the executive producer and writer of that. Really good show. I did this huge plug for Weeds and
I just
my
saw,
show.
Just saw a commercial. Just saw a commerel for it tonight.
Mary Louise Parker,
what's
very
about?
funny. Mary Louise Parker, her husband, her husband dies, and she's in the suburbs, and she doesn't know how to support her family, and so she starts selling weed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's very great cast.
Seems funny. Justin?
Yeah.
You're 21. Is it supposed to be funny? The commercial looked like it was supposed to be funny, but they didn't show any clips. They just showed it. It looked kind of like looked like American Beauty kind of look.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be funny, but it's more like comedy, serio comedy.
Right.
That's
what we do on this show.
Yeah.
We talk about abuse, and I make a beat-off joke.
It's a dramedy.
Hey, Justin?
Yeah.
All right, so you have a Germany or Florida for us?
Yes, I do.
Germany or Florida? Germany or Florida?
David,
that's
Germany or Florida? Germany or Florida?
Wow, David Allen Greer is probably listening tonight.
That was nice.
We'll fire Drew off an angry email if he does not
I
hear
have been
his lead
so subtle tonight in comparison.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
No, you can't go bigger than Dave.
What I say? What I say? Well, I said I got feelings for you. Can I prolapse your anus?
Nice.
As long as we're doing Dag, just do the love. Rach, I want you to know what making love to David Allen Greer would be like.
Do it. Please play it for me.
That's what it sounds
Look
like.
at me. Don't look at me. I will give you something to smile about.
Oh.
Now, here's the real part. Paul's right asleep. Still on top of his prey. That's what it's like. And he's on top of her, too. She can't move. That's Dag. No, we actually put it's not a bit. We put a microphone in his bedroom. Remember we picked that one up?
It's hot. That's all I can say.
It's turn on. It's a white. You're white, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's a white lady. That's a turn on.
So, that's your turn on.
All right, Justin, go ahead. Give us the story.
All right. A zoo has scrapped its plans to break up homosexual penguin couples after gay rights groups protested against it. The zoo had noticed that 3 penguin couples turned out to be all male. In an attempt to encourage the penguins to reproduce, the zoo had flown in 4 female penguins. The plan was to introduce the female birds to the males, which would hopefully lead reproducing, but the zoo abandoned its plans after gay rights groups protested against the experiment. The zoo's director said everyone can live here as they please. He also said it was never their intention to separate the couples by force, and even if it was their intention, it wouldn't be possible to make them be interested in their new female companions.
I always love when you have to apologize to idiots and their asinine requests. Like you have to apologize to the gay groups about what you're doing with the penguins as the zookeeper. We meant no offense to the gay community. You know,
you can live wherever you wish.
Yeah, just shut up. Get back to the job, would you? God, I got to go gay. They got money. They got time. They 2-seaters all the way. You know, I'm a sports car guy.
Oh yeah.
They recycle. It's an awesome lifestyle. I know where this is out of.
Oh.
So I'm going to abstain.
Oh, I don't know.
Now, you think this happened in Germany
It sounds
or
a little
Florida?
Germany to me. It's so sort of. It sounds American in terms of the use of the legal system and the sort of strong arming by writing letters and taking action.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is so over the top that puts it in Germany for me.
Rachel?
I don't. It sounds very Republican to me.
How many penguins are there?
Like in a weird way. Do you know what I mean? Like that's why I would think it's like Florida because they
but
God
what's
forbid these
Republican?
penguins be in love with
Well, I think they're trying to get them to mate.
Right.
Is what they're trying to do. But the people
need to
protesting
build their
doesn't sound
penguin
Republican.
population.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
I
saying?
see. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Right.
So you want to factor that in?
Yeah,
as
I
well.
might want to factor that in.
And
a
also,
little bit.
how many penguins are there in Florida?
True.
You'd be surprised.
You're absolutely right.
But there are a bunch of marine parks down there.
Yeah, they would have the
they got water parks or marine parks.
the
All right,
animal
folks,
habitat.
Here we go.
We're going to need
Time's
this where
up.
the rubber meets the road. We're going to need a decision
Germany.
out of you. You want Germany, Drew?
Go Florida.
I'm just going to go Florida just for giggles.
Oh,
Did
what?
you say that?
No,
Oops.
no.
Sorry.
It was cute the way he dropped
Sorry,
the S
the
word.
world that I said the S bomb.
Justin, this ain't showtime, sweetie.
Sorry.
Go ahead. You're 21. Give us the answer. Is it Germany or Florida?
It was Germany.
Oh, yeah.
True. True, yeah.
Dinky.
Don't mess
Nailed
with
See
the
that?
doctor.
Nailed
Almost
it.
again. I said the S.
That was a tough one, though. I got to say, that
Yeah.
had a lot of
It
different
was.
components
Not
to it.
really. Come on.
I don't know. I was surprised that Drew went with Germany on that. I got to be honest with you. All right.
Really?
That's but that's why we
That was a
play the
good one.
game. That's why we do it.
Weird concepts are Germany. It's a weird idea to protest that.
Yeah. I was watching Little Animal Planet or Channel or something the other day. They had something on killer whales.
Oh, really?
The wolves of the sea. And
Not whales.
They're not, no. And they did a thing about a sort of gay part of their ritual where the bull males get together and actually get erections and they sort of rub on each other.
Wait,
and
these are whales with erections?
these are killer whales.
How big is it? Like, is
It's
it like
about
12?
a 3-footer?
Wow.
And they're doing this thing, though, where it was sort of like
That's fantastic.
they were explaining it in the sense of, well, we can't explain why they do this. And the thing had an erection, and they're like, well, I was getting weird.
Yeah, was
I gotta
it
tell you, I'm
weird?
like, come on, Shamu, come on.
You mean like weird, like excited? Or weird, like
It shattered his childhood fantasy.
yeah, like I can't look at this.
Yeah, I was sort of confused. Like, I have to F and kill. Was sort of my take.
Nice. That's a pretty good combo.
I'll fill that blowhole.
Yeah.
That's what I screened, and my wife walked in while
Peter,
I was masturbating.
and, Family Guy tonight said he can't go back to Marineland for that reason.
We will. Oh, really? I didn't even see it. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
If you need help,
Call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine is brought to you by TNT. 40 games in 40 nights.
Love.
Show's over. Fantabulous. Angie coming in here on a Wednesday, and then next week, Seth MacFarlane, Alex Borstein from our favorite show. Oh my God. I want to thank Rachel Harris for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having me.
A perfect guest. You see? Improv, the training,
Thank you.
pays off.
Psychologically sophisticated.
Fat actress, everyone. Monday
Can you
night.
say that again so my family
Psychologically sophisticated.
Nice.
Do you want me to talk to your family?
Yeah. Would you?
Will you pay her back for the thousands and thousands of dollars of therapy she had to spend because of you, please? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. 10 o'clock on Showtime, Fat Actress. Take a little extendo break, and until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or the station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.